No matter where we are in our life, we've all been through what I call deeply challenging experiences. Now, that could be divorce, losing a job, not getting a promotion that we wanted, or career not going the way that we expected it to, fertility issues, any of these things. And I've been through many of those. That's what I'm going to talk about in my session. And when we have those things happen, it can feel really overwhelming and really daunting. And sometimes it's then hard to want to continue to move forward on paths of big goals. And so understanding how we can apply the DAM framework, which is there's really two main pieces. So DAM does stand for something. It stands for decide and declare, attend your own party, moments, not minutes, and now is the time. But the two big elements of what I call the do the damn thing method are movement over mindset and decide and declare. So when we understand that movement is more important than mindset always, then we know we can continue to move forward towards our goals in our career, in our families, without having to fix our mindset first. And that's a really powerful thing to understand.
That is so interesting. Can you dig into that a little bit more for me? Because I'm sure people are probably thinking, okay, how can I adjust my mindset to meet the goals that I have for myself?
And that is the complete opposite of what I actually believe. So we hear all the time, you have to fix your mindset first, right? Get your mindset right, think positive thoughts, and good things will happen. But the truth is that none of us can only think positive thoughts, right? No matter what we're experiencing, we're still going to have some fear, some doubt, some anxiety. We can never get to a point where we only think positive thoughts. But the good news about that is that our mindset doesn't actually matter. We can get into action no matter what our mindset is. Is it easier to get things done when you only think positive thoughts? Of course it is, but we don't have to wait for that. And so we actually, instead of getting inspired to get into action, we get into action to get inspired. And so getting our feet moving allows us to shift our mindset, allows us to build more confidence, have more clarity around what it is that we want, and then continue to stay in action.
And you mentioned experiencing setbacks or maybe disappointments or things that you were not expecting. Can you speak a little more to that and how professionals can overcome those?
In 2019, I got laid off for the third time in under 10 years. And that was a huge career blow. It was a huge financial blow. It was an ego blow. I thought I was going in for a promotion, and instead I got laid off. And then 6 months after that, my husband passed away unexpectedly in the middle of the night. So now I was a solo parent of 2 kids under the age of 3, and I had a brand new business because I decided not to go back into finding another job. I had instead started my own business. All of those things together, paired with some other difficult situations I had been through, would have made it so easy for me to push my big dreams to the side and to honestly give up, because it felt like the foundation had been taken away from me. But that is where I really looked at those difficult situations as well as some others that I had been through. And I created the DAM framework. I looked at how do I respond differently, not better, but differently than some other people to navigate these situations with grace and creativity and still bring some of my big dreams to life, like growing my business and a few others that I will share at our session. But I do understand that feeling of when something happens, whether it's in your personal or your professional life, should I just stop? Should I just accept status quo? Should I give up on dreaming these big things? And my true belief is that this is our one big, bold, wonderful life. And how do we want to live it? It's so important for us to understand that no one else is going to have to live with your regrets.
And talking about, deciding what you want out of life, whether it's personal or professional. And earlier you mentioned the importance of just taking the movement, taking action. What would you say to people who right now are maybe feeling stuck, like they don't know what action to take?
Yeah, it's usually one of two things. One, they are just paralyzed and overwhelmed and they don't know what the first action is. And in that case, I would say break it down into what I call micro actions. It's the smallest possible action that you will actually take. So if you have a big project that you're working on, sometimes people will say, okay, I just need to do the first email. And then they're paralyzed and they don't do it. Well, break it down smaller. Just write the first sentence. And if you're still paralyzed, just write the first word. Allow those micro actions to start to build momentum. The other reason that I find a lot of people find themselves frozen is that they don't have clarity on what it is that they want. We have to pick our top priority for now. It doesn't have to be forever. It has to be for now, because when everything is a top priority, nothing is. And so when we have that clarity and we get into action, that's when really amazing things can happen.